Okay. A couple videos ago, I did mention the acronym WEIRDO. I said I would talk a little bit more about that, but we weren't quite there yet. Now I think we're here. WEIRDO is a pretty good. It's a pretty good way of remembering when you should use the subjunctive. I don't think just remembering what we've gone over is that um, difficult anyway, but I know a lot of people like to use it, and so I'll kind of explain it for you. So WEIRDO, this is courtesy of SpanishDict.com. They kind of go over a guide with some subjunctive stuff in there. Um, anyways, even right away, I mentioned how we talk about will and influence. That's the words I use, but sometimes you'll hear other ones. Right away, we got the very first one, the W, which I would probably call will and influence. They call it wishes and desires. Still the same deal. And that's what the W stands for. When we get to the E, that's they put it as expressing as the E, emotions. I usually just simply say it's the emotions. Either way, you're going to end up there, whether you say expressing emotions or just emotions. The I of it is within personal expressions. Now, again, this is a very simplified way of looking at it. Almost always you're going to use the subjunctive with an impersonal expression, but we know it's not an absolute. The other requirement you'd have to have with it is that it is with and it has to be there can't be an impersonal expression of certainty in there. Es verdad que would not be subjunctive, but no es verdad que would be subjunctive. Es dudoso que would be subjunctive, but no es dudoso que would not be subjunctive. The R of WEIRDO, recommendations and requests, and this really goes along with the will or influence. I actually do like this being broken down a little bit further. And I like the recommendations and requests. Kind of goes along with will and influence or wishes and desires as well. But again, broken down a little bit further is probably a good idea. So that's the R, and the D, doubt and denial. That one's pretty self-explanatory. And then the O, this is where I first mentioned it, was when we first learned ojalá. Right here, we've got the ojalá with the subjunctive. That was for, I hope, or I wish this happened, and that would be with ojalá plus que or just ojalá. But whatever follows will be subjunctive. You don't need to worry about having a change in the subject because you'll always have a change in the subject because it is not, even though it translates as I hope, it's not like it's a yo form conjugation.